Hello and welcome back everyone. So continuing with our series on After Effects. In this section of After Effects, what we'll be learning how to work with a PSD file inside After Effects. Now what you can see over here is, let me just play this. This is a simple pop-up animation. It could be a web ad, it could be a website banner, it could be anything. Okay, so this is something which has been created, nothing different. We already know how to do animation, we know how to work with layers, we know how to ease in, ease out. We have seen all this. So what is so special about this animation that we have created? Let me just pause this, and this is just 4 seconds, and this is what you see. What's special about this is that this entire thing, the layout of this particular ad, is made inside Photoshop. So what we have done is, we have done something in Photoshop. We have created a PSD file in Photoshop, and what we have done is we have incorporated that Photoshop file inside After Effects, and this is what we'll be exploring now. How to manage a Photoshop file inside After Effects, what are the options available. I'm not going to teach you how to animate, ease in, ease out, because we already know that. What we'll be learning is, we'll be learning how you can integrate a PSD file inside After Effects. So let's head back to Photoshop and let me show you what I have done. So this is what I have done in Photoshop. I created a very simple layout. Okay, and if you can just see the breakdown over here. Okay, I'll just name this thing as BG, not BG copy. So I have this background over here. There is this bottom banner. Okay, the black patch you can see over there. Then you have a text layer which says offer valid till. This is over here. You have certain social media logos over here, Facebook and Instagram, and you also have this juices burger written over here. Then you also have a burger image, okay, which has been taken. Then you have the logo of this company, is Juices Burger, and then you have the price ring. The price ring is further divided into, there is an out ring, okay, and there is an in ring. And this in ring, I have purposely given a stroke effect. Okay, even over here below the burger, okay, this burger layer, I have given this a drop shadow. Okay, I have purposely done this. And there is this price mentioned over here, and we have this PSD file ready. Now, how will you get a PSD file inside After Effects is what we'll see now. So let me head back to After Effects, and I'll say import. I'll go to resources. I have this PSD file available over here called as the burger ad. Now it says, as soon as you click on this footage, and this is generally how we have worked on, whenever we import something inside After Effects, we import it as a footage. But you'll see there is a drop down available over here, which I'll be dropping down. So now for After Effects is additionally giving me two options: composition, retain layer sizes, and composition. Okay, it's preferable if you are working, always keep this option on, that is retain layer sizes. What will happen if you don't use this? I'll show you once I import it. So I'll say composition, retain layer sizes, and this is the file that I'm importing, not as a footage but as a composition. Same way, I'll just say open now. Now once you say open, it opens up another dialog box saying, okay, you're saying your composition will be imported with retaining layer sizes, but in layer option, do you want your styles, that is, remember we have given the stroke and we have given the drop shadow, do you want that to be editable or do you want it to be merged? I prefer to keep it editable. Okay, if you want it to be merged, that is, you won't be able to do any changes anymore. Like if you want to increase or decrease the stroke size or something like that, if you merge, that option is not going to come. Okay, or if you decide, no, the drop shadow is too smooth, I want to make it sharper, you cannot do that. Once it's there, you'll have to go back to Photoshop and do it. But then I prefer this so that the control is there in my hand. So these are the two settings which I prefer, that is composition, retain layer sizes, and editable layer style. Now once you say this and you say okay, you'll see a composition has got created, okay, plus a folder has got created over here called as the burger ad layers, which are all the layers that we have in Photoshop. Okay, even you'll see in Photoshop we had two groups. Let me head back to Photoshop. See this, there were two groups, the pricing group and the social media logo group. What After Effects has done is it has actually pre-comped it and it has kept it the way it is there in Photoshop. So it's like very handy. Everything is just there. You need to align them, not even align them, just animate it. So let me just double click on this now, the burger ad, and this is what we get. See this? You have the same layer type or the same layer, what you can say, layout. You have a background and it goes on building up. Now the pricing, here's a composition. So if you double click on this, you will see the two layers. Okay, same way if I go to this social media logo, you already see that logo. See this, you have that Facebook logo and the Insta logo. Now remember that thing that we had, retain layer sizes. Now what does that mean? Now if you click on this burger image, you'll see the transformation is coming only till this area because that's how big the image is. Now let me just go to this one over here, the price ring. Okay, now if you see the price ring, the transformation is only coming over here because that is how much the area over there is in the Photoshop file also. But then let me just turn this button off and explain you what happens when you say a normal composition. What will happen is the same thing will happen, but the transformation handle won't be on the element. It will be at the edge of the composition. And that's something which will be very irritating and it will be very difficult to control. So as far as possible, keep the option of retaining the layer sizes so that the transformation handles are there only on the element and not on the entire composition. And that's the reason why we're getting the transformation handle properly for everything. Like if you say this one over here, see this, the logo, right? The transformation handle is right over there. There are certain things that you may need to do. Like for example, if I go to the price ring, you'll see the center point is not over here, but the center point is over here. So if you animate, it's gonna animate from the center. So simple, what you can do is you can press Y on your keyboard, okay, or you can take your panning option over here. See the snapping option is on and just click and drag this thing and center it inside the element. So wherever you have this option, even I think this text will have the problem. No, text is proper. Let me check the burger. Yeah, it's proper. The text is proper, offer valid is proper, the logo is proper, the burger image is proper. I think only the ring had that problem. So we sorted that out. And wherever you want the pivot point to change, you can simply change it. Maybe if you can see this bottom block, I think even over here it's proper. It was only the problem with this ring over here. So you have solved this and this is what we get. Okay, this is how there is another problem. See this, the social logo, the pivot point is over here. Just press Y and click and drag so that it's there in the center. Kind of over here. Or if you want, you can just zoom in. Press Y and yeah, this is good enough. And let me come back to the original mode. So this is the way how you can get things over here in After Effects from Photoshop. Now remember that option that we kept, editable styles. Now, what do you mean by that? Like for example, the burger, we had given a shadow. So if you go to the burger and if you drop down this and you go to layer styles, you have the option of drop shadow and you can still control the color, the opacity, the spread, the distance. You can do whatever you want. Like you can just change the distance right now and you'll see things are getting updated. See this? See this? You can actually change this. Okay. Same way, we have given inside this price ring a stroke. So if I go to this price ring composition and if I go to this in ring and let me just zoom in this in ring, if I drop down, you have the layer styles, you have the stroke and you can simply still change the stroke. So it's all editable, all controlled, and this is how I like it. Some people don't prefer it and what they do is they just merge everything together. They feel like they are not going to do any changes now inside After Effects, but I keep things predictable because I don't like the workflow of the destructive workflow where I don't have any control, but this is how I like it. So this is my preference. You can work on your preference. Now, after that, it's very similar. The way we have done the timing of the layers, the in out, maybe if you want to go to the graph, do ease in, ease out, you can do whatever you want to do with this. And with that, what I have done is I have created this particular ad. So you can just go ahead and try this. And what I have shown you over here is a simple technique of getting a PSD file inside After Effects and how to keep a control on it. Hope you guys like this. Until we meet next time, thank you.